we don't really know because Trent hasn't spoken. So yesterday, somebody finally asked Jay, have you spoken to him?
Yep.
And here is how Jay responded to that question.
One more Trent thing. Have you actually talked to him at any point in the last couple weeks?
Talked?
Trent, yeah.
Maybe.
Texted?
Talked, maybe, yeah. Yeah, it is what it is right now. He's not here, so we just got to talk about the people we have.
Yeah, so I watched that live, and I definitely raised my eyebrows. And Jay kind of smiled a little bit, too. So I thought that was pretty daggone revealing. I don't know
what is your interpretation?
My interpretation is they're talking. He's trying. There's hope. I thought, it went from hopeless, I've completely written off Trent Williams. I've just completely bought into, and I didn't a month ago, but as training camp progressed and came and gone, and he hasn't said anything, and from talking to people, I've just become just sort of numb to the idea that he's just not coming back.
I still don't think he's just willing to punt $12 million.
I think he's trying to force a trade. But
I mean, the Skins seem pretty entrenched and dug in on their position.
They're pretty stubborn. But when Jay kind of smiled, too, if you saw the video, he kind of smiled a little bit, too, and he said, maybe.
I still think
it left the door open.
I'm dumb enough to think that he's just going to show up for week one, and
you've maintained that all along. So if that happens,
I think he's going to be there.
You're a seer. It left the door open.
None of the guys who are holding out have come back. Zeke, Melvin Gordon, Trent Williams.
Well, it's still early.
It is, but it's early, but the first game is 2 weeks away.
Well, but that's probably when they'll show up. If they're going to show up, if they really deep down want to play for their teams, they'll show up right before week one. So we're not quite there yet. But I thought, I don't know, we could open up to listeners. I'm sure, I think that happened while Grant and Danny were on, and I think I saw Danny allude to it on social, so I'm sure they talked about it. But I'd love to know if our listeners have that same sort of, wow, there's a window of opportunity there. That door is open a crack. That's how I interpret it.
I don't even know if I have a true interpretation.
Play it again, Valdez.
I felt like he is going to come back. I agree with Cakes. He's not willing to punt $12 million, $16 million, whatever he has. So I've always felt like he's going to come back in the regular season, like he's going to hold out. And they do seem entrenched. And then after a couple weeks, he's going to be like, what am I doing? I'm giving up $600,000 a week?
Maybe. I just thought maybe
he just
pride would get away.
begrudgingly comes back.
Remember,
he's just not going to play for us.
It was just last week where Lockefour and some of these other people said it was only a matter of time before the Redskins trade him.
Or maybe he's the rare bird. He's the athlete that has $30 million in the bank. And he just looks at it and says,
95.
And he says, you know what? I'd like to make the $12 million, but I don't have to make the $12 million.
Right.
Maybe
that's
want to chime
where
in,
he is. 800-636-1067.
Play this
We'd
again.
like to get your interpretation from what Gruden said. It's not much. He doesn't say much.
One more Trent thing. Have you actually talked to him at any point in the last couple weeks?
Talked?
Trent, yeah.
Maybe.
Texted?
Talked, maybe, yeah. Yeah, it is what it is right now. He's not here, so we just got to talk about the people we have.
All right, he just has a limited time frame where he can make $12 million per year in his lifetime, and I just find it hard to believe he's just going to punt that away. I'd be stunned if he did that.
Do you think that comment indicates to you that there is the door is cracked open?
Sure, there's some sort of discussion going on there.
Yeah. What Valdez, what do you
my
think?
interpretation now that I heard it a second time, is I think Gruden is almost like a one-off. He may have had a text conversation because the way he responded back, he was like, talked. I don't think they've talked on the phone, like spoken, but they probably have exchanged a text. And it's my guess would be, total speculation is Jay just saying something, hey, we'd love to have you back. And probably Trent just like a pleasantry type thing was like, yeah, I'd love to be back.
I bet it was
too.
more in depth than that.
I don't think there's any progress at all in the negotiations, and I think Jay is really to the side of that. And he speaks the guys we have here, and he said we're getting Jerron ready, We're getting pen ready.
Of course, so that's what they have to do.
That's what they're doing. I don't think there is any progress at all.
If you had seen his face, you might have a different interpretation.
Maybe, but just listening
he
to
was
it.
smiling when he said it.
Yeah, because he's just playing with the media.
I don't think he's interested in playing with the
I
media.
don't know. Did you hear the end of it? He sounds defeated when at the end of the clip.
I
Here.
think he's just trying not to lead you on, but
Texted,
talked, maybe, yeah. Yeah, it is what it is right now. He's not here, so we just got to talk about the
yeah, I mean,
people
he's
we have.
frustrated.
When
But
he says
listen to the
we just got to
beginning
talk
part,
about
though.
the people we have.
He's right. But listen to the beginning part, and I'm telling you, you could find the video.
Listen to the beginning part when he just says maybe.
Yeah, because he smiles. He smiles when he said it. I
Talked.
watched
Trent,
it.
yeah.
Maybe.
Texted,
Talked, maybe, yeah. Yeah, it is what it is right now.
And
He's
then,
not
of course,
here,
he wants to
so,
back
we just
off
gotta
it
talk about the
and-
people
By the
we
way,
have.
when people say it
Distance
is,
himself from that, but
people
he
say it is what it is right now, that's a no progress comment. It is what it is.
It's a throwaway
Guys
comment.
holding out.
Well, hold on, not necessarily. You
sound
could
like
be
there's any
behind the
progress.
scenes making progress, but at the end of the day, he's still not here. So the way I read that is,
Okay.
here's the way I read it, and I saw it live because the Redskins put it out on their Periscope. It was
People still use Periscope?
the Redskins do.
Wow.
They so they tweeted it, and I immediately said Jay Gruden's at the podium. I clicked on it, and I watched the link, and it was live. And John Keim asked him, and I guarantee you, John was expecting him to say, "Yeah, no, haven't talked to him, nothing." This week was because they do it all the time. This week was different. He said maybe, and there was a little smile, and that's why people were laughing. And it just led me. If you saw it, you went, "Oh wow, there's something's happening behind the scenes." That's my interpretation.